Hello. Today I want to show you how to access and analyze the reports that will be generated once your students have completed the online surveys. So once you're into Class Climate and you're on your front page here on the website, go ahead and navigate into the folder that the class that you wish to view the report for is located. For example, on my front page, I only have one folder that has any classes or surveys to be evaluated. So I'm going to go ahead and click into this folder, Summer 2009, and you'll notice I have two classes here. And this top one, the status for that class is data available, and the one underneath says in progress. Now, if a survey is still in progress, you won't be able to access the reports for it. But if it says data available, you will be able to view those results. So just some more information here in this table. The survey form that is being answered by the students is the SIR2, and here on the right says number of forms. This indicates how many students have submitted the survey and how many individuals will be represented in the report. So when you're ready to look at a report, go over here to the right and click this drop down menu under the title Report, and there are two reports you can look at: the standard PDF report or the SIR2 report. And we'll start with the standard PDF report, so go ahead and click that, and it's going to ask you to either open the file or save it. If you wish to download it and save it to your computer, click Save and then OK, or if you just want to look at it quickly, click Open With and click OK. So here we have the report, and it starts with a little cover page that explains what is in the report. And so if you either scroll down or click the next pages of the report, you can begin to see the question categories and the individual questions represented graphically with some bar graphs and later on some histograms and profile lines. So for example, this particular report breaks these questions down individually. So we have our first question was the instructor's explanation of the course requirements, and the students rated those explanations from ineffective to very effective on a scale of 1 to 5. And it looks like the majority of the students participating in this survey thought the instructor's explanation of course requirements were very effective. 60% ranked it a 5 and 40% ranked it a 4. So in this particular survey, 4s and 5s are very positive marks, whereas 1s and 2s would cause instructors to examine those particular questions and think about possible strategies for improvement. So if we go to the next page, we can continue to see each question broken down into a bar graph, and just at first glance it looks like the students ranked these items very effective, very positive remarks. But if we look at this bottom question here, we have a lot of ineffective 1s and 2s. So if we look at the question, the availability of extra help for this class, the students are indicating that there wasn't as much help outside of class, maybe not enough office hours or contact with the instructor beyond the classroom time. So by looking at this graph and this particular question, instructors might be able to tell whether or not they're providing their students enough extra help. So if we move to the next page, all the questions seem to be looking pretty good, except again we have a question with some outliers off to the left. Majority of the students in this survey did not think the textbook was very effective. They rated the quality of the textbook ineffective. So moving on through the rest of the questions, you can begin to see where your students are ranking your instruction and your use of class materials, use of assessment methods, things like that. And we also have some ideas regarding the students' perception of the workload, how difficult the course was, how fast the course went, things like that. In the next page, we have some demographic information about the students, class level, what grade they expect to receive in the class, why they're taking the class, whether it was a major requirement, a college requirement, things like that. And then further in the report, each question is broken down into a histogram, and so each one is represented with this particular graphical representation. And again, if we look at question 14 here, the availability of extra help and the overall quality of the textbook, we can see that those two graphs indicate that there might be some improvement needed in those general areas. And the last graphical representation of the data includes a profile line, which is another easy way to quickly look at the data as a whole. So a line leaning to the right-hand side of this ineffective to very effective scale indicates that students are overall considering this course very effective, except again we have those two items where they indicated ineffective methods or strategies. And the last page of the report includes student comments if they decide to include additional comments. And here we have 2 comments left, one indicating the need for more office hours and one indicating the need for an updated textbook as well as more office hours. So just by this report alone, this instructor might decide to make some more office hours, make him or herself more available to the students for outside help, and maybe look into providing a different textbook or source of classroom resources. So if we go back into class climate, we can close this report and we can look at that second report I mentioned. Click the drop down menu and click the SIR2 report. And again, it's going to ask you either to open it or save it. I will open it really quickly. And this report is a little shorter. It doesn't include the graphical representations, but it does lay out all the data in nice, easy to read charts. So if we go through all the pages, you'll see that each chart indicates the percent of responses for each number, in this case very effective down to ineffective. And for example, this top question, 80% of the students thought the information given to them as to how they would be graded was very effective, 20% thought it was effective. So another easy way to look at the data as a whole. So that is how you download your reports and look at them for each individual class. And so stay tuned for the next set of tutorials that will provide you ways to compare multiple classes and kind of see trends in your survey results.